Hi, I'm Cash, and welcome back to Cash Talks Football, where I break down all the goals scored in the Premier League. Using my over 20 plus years of coaching experience, I give you different insights, so much so that the Premier League just got mad at me and issued another copyright strike. Now, I'm starting to narrow it down. I think it's because there's certain information that I give out on streams and certain games that they don't seem to like, because this time they didn't even say that my fair use was fair use, even though I don't know if you know anything about it. If you're using a clip, if there's a pause like this, or you're not playing it, you're absolutely fine to talk over it, especially if you're turning a 30-second video into a 12.5-minute video. And if you want to go and look at it, it's on Rumble, still up there, absolutely no problems whatsoever. So it's probably the information I'm giving out about a certain Premier League team that I may have gone into a little bit too in depth with. And if you're curious to go find it on there. But I now know that I'm not going to talk about my experiences so much with certain teams. Yay, right. But we're doing Liverpool versus Burnley today. And I watched a bit of this game. I watched a couple of the games on today, and I'm going to upset a lot of Liverpool fans because I'm going to say in the first half, and I didn't watch all of it, no, I was just flicking, but Trent Alexander-Arnold was absolutely useless. Every single time he had the ball, he stopped the whole game moving forward, and it just kind of all went dead. What I mean by dead is the actual pace and the movement of the game was too slow. And, okay, yeah, great. Did he put some good through balls through? Yes. But then what you have to do is, if you're a coach, you have to look at, right, he's a right back. Does he give you more problems as a right back or less problems as a right back? He gives you more problems. Right. Well, that's when you don't have the ball. When he does have the ball, does he give you more problems? He gives you a lot less problems when he's got the ball. Right. But in a game like this, when Burnley were attacking quite aggressively, Trent was a massive problem in the first half. Klopp saw it, took him off, and they played better second half. But we're going to. I'm only pausing here before I break down on the first goal because of my recent copyright strike. So here we are. I've got a caller coming in here, and quite frankly, I've seen this a couple of times, and I've seen. I think the Burnley keeper's done it twice now in games where he's gone up trying to get a foul, expecting a foul. The ball goes over his head and into the goal, and he's like, "Yeah, but I should have got a free kick." Yeah, but you didn't. Stop trying to get a free kick and start trying to win the football. You're seeing this sneak into professional football more and more nowadays, where people are diving and throwing themselves down. Instead of if they just went to win the ball, they would have won the ball. And it's always kind of been a problem, but now it's getting into the point of where the keepers are, because the keepers used to be a protected species. Now they're not so much anymore, and his own teammate fouls him when this comes out. Watch this. As the ball comes in, he's going for it, and he's got a weird jump. I want you to stand there at home and jump up like this keeper does, put both hands up in the air, trying to reach the tallest point. You don't. You jump off one foot, and that foot that you push off, say if it's your left, as I'm looking at it now, you jump with your right hand as high as you possibly can to get that extra extension. You don't do what this guy's done right here. Put both hands up like this. Okay, yeah, is he trying to catch it? Maybe, but you still don't jump like that. You just don't. That's why keepers punch the ball away. That's why they've been punching the football away for God knows how many years, and players still ask, why do they punch the ball away? Because if they don't, this is the mistake they make. And the little Diego Jota, he heads it in on the back post. Well, not on the back post, really. It's just on the back of the bundle of people. And the keeper's there looking for a foul. And there you go. You see the keeper. He's looking. Look at his body language. He's looking for a foul. Got his hands extended, waiting for that foul. It's never coming. And yeah, he just should have punched the ball away and made himself a bit stronger. And that wouldn't have been a goal. This forward as quick as I can. Right there. Oh no. What I'm trying to show you is this movement here from Jota. He doesn't go with his runner and immediately thinks his teammate's going to win the ball when he starts moving away. What should I show you? See, do you see his little skip? That's what I'm trying to show you. He skips, assuming everyone's going to defend properly, and he doesn't have to do his job properly, and they have to. But I want to come on to this goal here a little bit more, because this is the bit I saw, and this was one of those things where just reaffirmed everything I was thinking about Trent Alexander-Arnold. He loses the ball over on the touchline, and not only does he lose it, he's supposed to be defending the ball. The guy beats him, and his just run is just casual. He doesn't have another gear. He might be sick. Apparently some other players are ill at Liverpool. I don't know if that's true or not. But I'm telling you, the pace at which he was moving the ball and running, it was just disgraceful. That's what caused the corner to happen in the first place. And then what ends up happening is you've got this situation here. We got three players. Jota's not doing his job. He's off. He thinks, oh, we're going to win it. We're Liverpool. Off we go. Wrong, mate. You're not. You've got to do your job. When the ball comes in, it's a free header. No one's jumping with this guy. Free header. It's a good header. To be fair, I don't think the keeper can really do much, because I don't think the keeper's really good enough to do much more. If he was a first-team keeper, the first-string keeper, you'd probably accept maybe to try to get a touch on it. But the keeper's out. Don't know why. But yeah, Keller's in goal. And he's just not good enough to get that, in my opinion. So, yeah. I want you to just have a little look here, though, as this guy here, I'm not sure who he is. He's jumping up here with a Burnley player. And you can see the difference of how far away he is. So even though it looks like he's challenging him, he's not close enough. So if someone tries telling you, oh, I'm marking him because I'm that close for a header, you're not. You're nowhere near challenging for that. When that ball comes in, he's completely and utterly on his own. Nowhere near challenging for that header at all. Okay, so now we're looking at this goal, and we're looking at teeing this goal up right here. Now, this is interesting because there's a couple of offences that happen here, and I want to talk about them. Because this isn't a foul, but yes, this is a foul. And when you're a football coach, you find one of the things that you do quite often is you contradict yourself in certain situations, but you're not really. The people just really aren't understanding what you're saying. Right, so contact is not a foul. And if we watch these two players here, they come together with a bit of contact as the ball comes. Look, bump, and he kicks him. He blatantly kicks his shin. Now, however, if that player goes down there, that's a foul. Doesn't go down, he plays on. So the ref plays the advantage. It doesn't matter at that moment, by the way, because it's not really a foul. He's kicked him in the shin. The guy's not really hurt. It's not really a foul, and he knows it, and that's why he's playing on. If he was trying to win a free kick, and if this was the other side of the field, and he was actually, trying to score a goal, and he's looking to score into the net box over here, he's probably going down to get himself a free kick there. But as he doesn't go down, it's never going to be a foul because it's just a contact. It's just a little tap on the shins. So McAllister goes down because he's, a bit of a baby. The other guy starts running forward. And that's the main reason he's not gone down, because he's looking for the counter-attack. And if this guy had a brain, he would have played his teammate in here, but he didn't. He turned back into traffic and he ends up losing the ball. As the ball breaks and it turns to the Liverpool player, this guy isn't he's not been fouled because he's still running down the field. They're never, ever, ever going to pull it back. However, if he goes down, 100% are they going to pull it back. And that's the difference. That's why players dive all the time. Because if he does go down and that's a goal, they're going to pull it back and say, nope, there was a foul there. But because he's honest, it goes on and he's never going to get it. Now it breaks wide over here. And we've got this little wee man putting in a ball, coming into the danger area. And this is an interesting finish. This is someone being able to adapt to their finish in real time. When a little deflection happens off the defender here. Watch as this comes up. Bonk. As it comes up, he's going with his foot, but then he adapts and he hits it in with his head. I'm going to show you from another angle so you can see exactly what I mean. See if I can pull it back just a microsecond. Right, there you can see. He's going for it with his foot. He sees that it's bounced up. You can see now, and watch, his head movement will change, and he ends up headering it in the goal just because it's taken that little deflection, and he's really Johnny on the spot there. It's actually quite a good finish, all things considering, and the keeper's still been done by the deflection. Look, he's still going up, but there we go. This plonker's still unhappy because he's going, oh, it's a free kick. It's not. But it is a free kick if he goes down. If your player went down, mate, it would have been a free kick. You can't be arguing with that. You should know better. And the reason why you don't argue with things like this is because it puts the morale in your team down. Now it starts getting, oh, look, we're hard done by, and oh, no, we're never going to get the rub of the green. We're at the bottom of the league. And it sinks in, and it becomes quicksand, and your players start buying into it. So when you know better, when you know that, okay, yeah, if he had gone down, it would have been a free kick. It's not really a free kick, right? You don't do things like this as a manager. You just don't, because it just ends up compounding. Because how many times a game are you doing this? And then the other thing you end up doing is losing credibility with your players, because they all know that it's not a free kick unless he goes down. They all know it. So all you're doing is lying. They all know it. And eventually you end up losing credibility as a coach. Your voice ended up not appearing in the dressing room because they don't trust you as a manager anymore. That's why you don't do things like this. Oh, however, let me qualify that a little bit more. That's because he's losing. If you're winning every game, every little complaint you do like this, your team rises with you and believes in you because you're winning every game. It's only because he's losing he can't afford to do this. He's piling on to the losing. That's the biggest sort of multiplier here. Winning is completely different. You can say and do whatever you want. Ask Jose Mourinho how much he complained about every foul and free kick and no one remembers. Now he's losing. Everybody remembers. Everybody's having a go at him all the time. That's what you need to really think about. And you don't compound on because you're losing by doing dumb stuff like he is. Here we go. We're looking at the last goal now. A corner's just come in. It's bounced off. And it's come down to wee Jota again. I do like Jota as a player. To me, he does have a dive in him, which I don't really like. But I think overall finishing, I think his finishing is quality. And I like a player that can, can find a gap and slot the ball away. So here he is. He's about to smash the ball as hard as he can, but he doesn't really have many options. Bosch takes his kick in the stomach, Good job, mate. That defender there, I don't know who that player is. That's what you're supposed to do for your money. You are supposed to take it as hard as you can in the face, in the stomach, and defend for your team. Good job. Now, Jota kind of turns his back and it drops this little wee man here, Harvey Elliott, who created the... see, he's kind of turned his back, lost it a bit, and it drops to this guy here. Now, here's the other problem. Burnley's got to make a decision, and I'm not sure exactly... I haven't really watched enough of their games to know what their normal parameters would be, but they're still sitting in. No one's getting out of the box. If they run out and squeeze, and they squeeze towards the ball, this goal doesn't happen. But they're all sitting there waiting for this ball to come back in. Right? I don't quite understand why. Look, bomb, they're jogging. They're not really getting out. They're getting their line back, but they're not really pushing out, past the penalty spot. They should really be trying to get out further, and someone needs to be coming out towards the ball. Can you see this guy here? The ball has been shot, bounce over here. It's done one of these. And then it's landed here, and he hasn't moved. He needs to be closer and trying to put some pressure on this ball, on that cross, to give this guy a bit of pressure. Now he's getting there. Now he's turning his back. If he didn't turn his back and he took it in the stomach like this poor man did, maybe he's blocking the cross. But he's not. Don't turn your back. If you're going to run or pressure the ball, take it in, in there. Yeah, you block the ball. Otherwise, there's no point in you running there if you're just going to turn sideways and it's going to go straight past the side of you. If he shoulders on, he blocks that. Now it goes to the back post here. And this is a quality header because it's kind of behind him and he's got to provide the power. However, it's just, it's two things here because you can't really be mean. If I'm the, talking about the defender point of view, you've done brilliant, mate. You've got close you can. You're jumping with him. You're making it as difficult as you possibly can. However, he's got his header off anyway, and he's powered it into the corner. He's done a really good job, the striker has there. Now, I want you to watch this defender's reaction because he knows. Watch. He knows. He's put his hands on his head, and he knows. But also, he's kind of a bit wrong because there's not much more he could have done there. Because when he jumped, he was right in the right position. The ball was slightly away from him, so he couldn't challenge for the ball anyway. The striker had to do everything possible to score that goal, and he did. And he did do it. So it was more of a goal scored than a bad, bit of defending from him. Don't hold your head too hard, mate, because you did a good job. Other than that, I'll see you next time on Cash Talks Football, and hopefully I'll get over one of these copyright strikes one of these days. See you next time.